Are Old Norse and modern Scandinavian languages the same? Imagine stepping into a Viking longhouse and hearing a language that sounds familiar yet strange. That's because the roots of Scandinavian languages stretch back to Old Norse. But are they still the same today? Let's find out. Old Norse was the language spoken during the Viking Age, roughly from the 8th to the early 13th century. It was a North Germanic language with a complex grammar system. It had 3 grammatical genders, masculine, feminine, and neuter, and for cases, which affected how words changed depending on their role in a sentence. Old Norse also had many verb forms and conjugations, making it quite intricate. Around the 8th century, Old Norse was spoken across Scandinavia, which includes modern Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, as well as in overseas settlements like Iceland and Greenland. During this time, the language was quite uniform across the region. But after about 800 AD, it started to split into 2 main dialect groups. The West Norse dialect, which led to Icelandic, Faroese, and Norwegian, and the East Norse dialect, which evolved into Swedish and Danish. Fast forward to today, and the languages spoken in Scandinavia have changed a lot. Modern Norwegian, Danish, and Swedish are all descendants of Old Norse but have simplified many of its features. For example, they have mostly lost the complex case system and reduced the number of grammatical genders. Vocabulary and pronunciation have also shifted over time, influenced by trade, wars, and cultural exchange. Icelandic and Faroese are the closest modern languages to Old Norse. Icelandic, in particular, has kept much of Old Norse grammar and vocabulary intact. That's why Icelanders can read medieval manuscripts with relative ease. Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian, on the other hand, have become more distinct from Old Norse and from each other, especially in pronunciation and vocabulary. The transition from Old Norse to the modern languages happened gradually over several centuries, mainly from the 14th to the 15th century. Events like the Black Death, urban growth, and contact with other European languages played a role in shaping these changes. Despite these differences, Old Norse's influence remains strong in the region's literature, place names, and cultural stories. So, to answer the question clearly, Old Norse and modern Scandinavian languages are not the same. They share a common ancestor, but they have evolved into separate languages with their own grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Old Norse is best seen as the historical root of these languages, connecting today's Scandinavians to their Viking Age past. This linguistic evolution is a big part of Scandinavian history, arts, and literature, showing how language shapes culture over time.